Hi, this is Steve Shannon from Pizza Snobs, and we're out in Bolingbrook, Illinois at the grand opening location of S&T Provisions. Excellent company. We're going to be here today talking with Brian Giaretta, who owns the location, talking about the ingredients, the history of the place. So without further ado, we're going to kind of head into the main entrance now and take a look at the store. So follow me this way. You can see right here that they have a whole line of people going to get their pizza setups or their spaghetti sauce or whatever Italian ingredients they're looking for. Great location here in Bolingbrook. I've come here for years. My family used to go to the Mount Greenwood location, which we have up here on the wall. It's still around today. And this is where I go today too to get my pizza setups. It's a family tradition for us to have a pizza night on Fridays, when my dad was a Chicago police officer, and when after his shift would go and pick the pizzas up and come home with them and we'd do a pizza night. So you can kind of see here how many people are really into pizza. It's almost like a cult. So many people that love it. They've got great ingredients. They stuck true to the recipe too. The sausage is the same. Buy the mozzarella from the same places. The sauce is great. It's a delicious pizza. And what a great place for anybody to go and get a pizza set up, bring it home, make it the way they want, like a true pizza snob. So we're fortunate today to be able to meet with Brian, the owner, and talk about the history of the company, how they started, what the future looks like, growth plans, all of those type of things. All right, Brian, congratulations on the new store.
Thank you.
Get
Appreciate
a chance
it.
to kind of go through there, and it looks really nice. I'm excited for your new location, and just wanted to kind of see if I could ask you a few questions and learn a little bit more about you guys. When
Sure.
you guys opened in 1960, who actually started it, and
Right.
you know that sort of thing. Take
Sure.
us from soup to nuts.
Sure. So, 1960, my great-grandfather and one of his buddies opened up a wholesale pizza ingredient shop for the local pizzerias. So actually, we were in most of the Southside pizzerias first.
Awesome.
And then once they knew they were onto something with the recipes, they opened their doors retail, and the rest is history on the setup. We actually were the first ones to, essentially sell the pizza setup, the kit retail, out the door. So then it went to my grandfather, his son Tony Sr. to Tony Jr., then to my father Scott, and then so he and I are currently partners. And so
Okay. One thing I really noticed throughout the years at least, you guys don't change anything. The original
Never.
ingredients, the sausage, tastes the same as it did when I was, this big. The sauce is the same thing. The cheese, I don't know if I think that's is that from a farm that you get that cheese?
we get it from Wisconsin. It's
Amazing.
very premium cheese. We've
Amazing.
only changed, I'd say I can remember 2 or 3 things ever. We went through a crust change because of a manufacturer shutdown maybe a decade ago. That was actually, and immediately everyone knows, right? I mean, that's because once you start changing stuff, you get in trouble. If you want to try to cut costs here and there, it doesn't matter. We've always been very mediocre, conservative margins, because that's who we are. So we changed that. We changed crust once, and we changed gluten-free crust once. But other than that, meat's been the same. Recipes have been the same the entire time, and it never will. It's proven, and people love it anyways.
The commitment to quality is what I really like. The products are really efficacious here. It's amazing that you guys have stuck to that, and I really appreciate you guys doing
Thanks.
that. I want to talk a little bit about the work that you've done within the community. I noticed specifically a few years ago, or 2 years ago actually, when COVID hit, you were doing a lot of charity work for the local community, and I really commend you guys on that.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about what you did and
Sure.
what you're able to, what the benefit was for the people that needed
Sure.
the help.
So first of all, every year we do something. Mostly around the holidays, we try to get hundreds of free setups out to the firehouses, to the hospitals, the local police departments, and then the shelters, and just whatever we can do. That's who we are. But 2 years ago, once the pandemic hit and everyone got shut down, it got obviously really bad for all of the local small businesses, and we were on the other side of the spectrum, just absolutely crushing it. We were lucky enough to be able to stay open, and so our business went through the roof for the whole year. And so we were like, we got to do something. A lot of the people were struggling to even just stay open, pay their employees. So we did 2 different rounds of fundraising through a lottery structure that we set up, a raffle, if you will. And we did almost $600,000 combined in 19 through 20. And I think we did like 68 or 70 small businesses got a huge chunk of that, like 10,000 each, roughly. and they were able to pay their employees for a couple of months, and most of them made it. So
talk a little bit about, I guess, like, what do you see in the future? I mean, this is just it's a second store, which is a great achievement. Do you see any more expansion at all in the future, depending on how?
We're not trying to like do anything crazy. All I really want to do is expand the reach of the setup, right? I mean, we've got great product through our pizza meat, our sauce, and we're not trying to just pop up delis all over the place, but we might be able to strategically open another location or two just as a stop and go setup shop like this one.
Okay, awesome. Pizza Snobs. Pizza Snobs. Don't forget, subscribe to Pizza Snobs on not only Facebook, we also have a YouTube channel, and he is our first video. The very first place that got me passionate about pizza was S&T Provisions. Thank you again, Brian.
Thanks, Steve. Thanks.
Okay, great. So we just want to say thanks a lot to Brian Giaretta at S&T Provisions for having us out today. Also want to say thank you so much to Patrick Elwood and his cameraman Phil from WGN. Thank you so much. Pizza Snobs out.